I don't know what it is, but the Kansas City Chiefs always seem to draft well. Just like with Brett Veach and company over the last couple of seasons, it's really been incredible. Whether they shore up the offensive line or they really want to help out Patrick Mahomes with weapons or whatever it is, they always seem to get the players that they want at the positions that they want. And it's usually tougher drafting at the later end of the first round or the second round or the third round, usually because the picks of the lower picks of the litter usually are gone. But the Chiefs, they have done great work selecting those later round picks. And today, I think we're going to show the dream draft scenarios for the Chiefs as they continue to select later in the first and all the other rounds. Because quite honestly, there's a lot of things that could still go right for the Chiefs, despite the fact that they are still coming off a really good season in which they brought home the Lombardi's trophy. So today, we're doing a mock draft simulator. It's not a mock draft. It's not a mock draft. I don't know how many times I have to say that for some of you people in the comment section. I'm going to lose it. It's not a mock draft. Let's chill out. So the Chiefs here, we're going to go ahead and enter the draft and see where we go from there. So as far as starting the draft, so a couple of different positions of need. I would like a left tackle. I know you brought in, Juwan Taylor over from the Jaguars. I don't care. I still would like a guy that could come in and play left tackle and do some different things for you. So also wide receiver, D tackle, definitely positions of need for the Chiefs. So right off the bat here, I would say for me, the dream draft scenario here is one of the tackles falling to you, one of those left tackles. Anton Harrison is the guy that immediately comes to mind. I think he's most likely the guy that's going to fall to you later in the first round. And no, I don't think the Jaguars are going to go tackle, but it is what it is. Broderick Jones, he could still be there. Paris Johnson Jr., I know he went to the Bucs here, but overall, he would be very tantalizing if he did, in fact, go to the Chiefs. So, honestly, I really feel like the Chiefs are in a spot where, at 31, you really want to go with that left tackle, the best one possible, and go from there. But you also need, I think it's Derek Nnadi, who's on a one-year contract this year. That really opens up the need for a defensive tackle. So with the last pick in the first round, Zay Flowers is also there. Man, he would be a lot of fun, wouldn't he? Zay Flowers to the Chiefs, come on, that would just be not fair at all. I mean, he's small. Could he be the next Tyreek Hill? Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but it would be really, really fun. But at 31, if it fell like this, with no particular left tackle, Cody Mackey's going to play guard. Matthew Bergeron, and plus also we always forget that the Chiefs draft well in the 6th and 5th and 6th round, the later rounds. I mentioned Trey Smith. In this particular spot, I would say Zay Flowers is probably the pick here because Dwan Jones is more of a right tackle. But Mazi Smith is also there. Nah, I go Zay, I think, here in this particular position, even though I don't think this is accurate because I think Anton Harrison's going to fall to you at 31. I think that's the dream draft scenario. Oh, yeah, we've also forgot to mention. So when we do this one, we look at the dream draft scenario, the scenario we think is most likely going to happen, and the worst case scenario. So dream draft scenario is Anton Harrison there. What do I think is going to happen? Anton Harrison is going to be there. And then also worst case scenario, you don't have any other tackles, but I do think even if you either have any of the tackles or the D tackles, you're in a spot where, hey, you can still make it work. D tackle most likely is going to have Mazi Smith there. Wide receiver, I still think Zay Flowers, Josh Downs would make a lot of sense in the first round. Jalen Hyatt would be a lot of fun. So I think the Chiefs are going to be just fine no matter what they do. So into the second round here, if this were to be the way that it fell, you got Marvin Mims. Where did Siaki Apuika go? There's no way he went that soon. Siaki Apuika was literally a first-round draft pick earlier in the mock draft season. I know that's just the way things fall, but where is Siaki? He goes all the way down to 88. Come on now. Siaki Apuika is a bad man. He's an absolute tank. So if this were to be the way that it fell, excuse me, I can't talk. Really no tackles. Again, Anton Harrison there would be the Nick Saldiveri. Yeah, he had a good Senior Bowl. I see that. Okay, so dream draft scenario here would be a guy like Siaki Apuika, and he's there right now. Again, I don't know why he's falling to the third round in the latest PFF rankings. I think it has a little bit to do with his pass rush production, but he's a run stuffer. But I think he's honestly between him and Jalen Carter. I think they've got the highest ceiling in terms of they're already starting the run game. Developing a little bit more of a pass rush is going to be a lot of fun. Jervin Dexter would also make a lot of sense here. Maybe in the a little bit of the third round, but dream draft scenario, Siaki Apuika. What do I think is going to happen? I think Siaki Apuika is going to be there, but also, what do I think the Chiefs are going to do at 63? I would say This is just tough. It's either going to be Siaki Apu-Ika. Moro Ojomo would be a lot of fun. What do I think is going to happen? Well, I don't know. D-tackle. Yeah, I think it's going to be Siaki Apu-Ika. That would be the most. What's the worst case scenario too? At 63, I still think even best case scenario here, worst case scenario. I mean, you could go tackle here. I mean, again, those tackles go quick. You really don't get your stab at your particular tackle that you want. That could be a potential disaster because really after Anton Harrison, there is a deep slide in tackles in this class, and it would be tough. So I know you probably, if you don't get your tackle in the first round, you're going to be feeling the pressure, but I'm sorry. I've had a draft crush on Siaki Apu-Ika this entire time. So I think he would be immediately fun. You get Zay Flowers, Siaki Apu-Ika early in the draft. This is not fair. Absolutely not fair. So after that, as far as tackles go, again, Blake Freeland would be, Tyler Steen and Blake Freeland honestly could be the best case scenario for them in this particular, if the tackles go quick. But I really do feel like they are going to be, kind of a, not your best case scenario. I don't want to say worst case scenario, but you do want to get a guy that's going to be your starter for many years to come. Again, Anton Harrison, Broderick Jones. Worst case scenarios, again, you got to rely on some other dudes. Maybe bump over Juwan Taylor to play that left tackle spot, which isn't, it's not my favorite move, but I guess you got to do what you got to do. So, but that is it. Those are the dream draft scenarios, taking really a look at all three scenarios that could really happen for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support you guys have given us. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the dream draft scenarios for the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2023 NFL Draft.